everyone. This is Mongol's first English entertainment talk show named Inspired by Zaya. Actually, I didn't study English in abroad or any other foreign country, but through my poor English, I just want to introduce Mongolian really skilled, competent young generation. Today, I feel really happy about myself because I invited really interesting and really important guest who almost doesn't live in Mongolia. And ladies and gentlemen, here we have the Mrs. Namanjing. Hi Namanjing, thanks for coming. Welcome to Mongolia.
Thank you very much. Thank you for having me.
So where were you?
Where was I? I don't know. Where was I? Well, I travel a lot, but I've been mostly residing in Los Angeles, United States, and where I've been pursuing my career as an artist, as a singer, songwriter, and also I've been studying acting.
Really?
Yes, since 2009 I've been studying at the Film Actors Workshop, which is different than theatrical acting. I've done a little bit of theatrical work before with a New York theater called an experimental theater called Theater Me Too. But the Film Actors Workshop is different. It's more for on-camera acting. So yeah, so that's been
now
a wonderful experience.
It means that you're becoming an actress.
Well, I would. That's one of my dreams. Yeah, I would love to act.
Wow, really great singer, songwriter, actress, and universal girl. And so, how is U.S.?
It's great. It's wonderful. It's a wonderful environment to grow and to meet people from all over the world. Los Angeles is the hub of the entertainment industry, so you get to meet not only local residents who are amazingly talented, but you also meet international artists from all over the world, because everybody gathers there to work together and to create. So
yeah,
it's a great place to be.
Okay, this is a really great opportunity for you, yeah? So what did you do there except studying?
Oh, create music, perform, and collaborate. And so mostly everything creative. Yeah, so I've been also, this year, for the last couple of years, I've been developing my own sound, which I am looking forward to promoting to an international audience. It took me a while to figure out how I want to be as an artist and what kind of sound I want to create. And so for the last 2 years, I've been honing my songwriting skills, and this year I've written a few songs.
Wow, really great.
Actually, I have about a dozen songs that are ready to go. But these days, the music industry is it's very different than how it was. So
yeah, I also think so. So it means that, do you have a lot of fans there in US?
I'm starting to. I'm trying and starting to build a market there.
Now you already becoming the public figure there.
In the US,
yes.
Not necessarily, but I've performed in over 15 countries as a singer for the last decade or so. I've had a pretty good career for a young artist. I started out in Mongolia when I was 13 years old.
13?
Yes.
You were 13? Okay.
Yes,
Yeah,
and in Mongolia I've had, from age 13 to age 16, I've had about 9 #1 hits, some my own and some collaborations with other Mongolian artists. So that's been great. And other than that, I've also performed in over 15 countries. I've performed in Japan, I've performed at the Ajinomoto Stadium in Japan in front of 50,000 people. It was an international peace festival. So, yeah, so I've been very fortunate as an artist. I've got to experience a lot of different cultures and meet a lot of different people and grow as a person.
Yeah,
in
exactly.
the process.
So maybe a lot of Mongolian artists really want to, take an opportunity like you. So what is the main criteria to perform in US or any other foreign countries?
Well, I think, I think the #1 thing is you have to first believe in yourself, and you have to work really, really hard. You have to have great mentors, and it helps you if your family is supportive. So I've been fortunate in all of those areas. I've had my family. I had actually, when I was 11 years old, I simply declared to my parents that I wanted to be a singer. And they were pretty surprised. They're like, okay, but it's a very difficult industry. It's unpredictable. You have to be very strong spiritually, emotionally, and mentally to overcome the hurdles that you might face as an artist. But I said, no, I want to be a singer. I want to be an internationally recognized artist, and they supported me, and that's how my journey started.
So also, I think that English language is a really important thing to perform on the international stage. So how did you learn this?
Well, my mother, she's an academician. She used to teach. She was a professor at the National University of Mongolia.
Wow.
And when she went to India to do her PhD in sociology, she took me with her. So I learned English in India, and I lived there for 5 years. So I started learning English when I was about 6 years old.
So maybe a lot of Mongolian guys really, feel sad that you live in foreign country and don't produce your artistic things in Mongolia. And so maybe some people really wonder that how do you make money there in foreign country? How do you live there? At least you have to find your living cost money, and I think so. How do you make money there?
Well, I travel. I write songs. So I used to write songs for different companies. Like a Singaporean company, for example, asked me to write a jingle for their, a promotional song for their company, things like that, here and there. You make do. Where there's a will, there's a way, and so different opportunities come my way. I travel here and there and perform different places, and so mostly through my art. That's how I would make.
Yeah,
but I did work. Last year I worked for 6 months at an entertainment, at a movie production company. And it was a wonderful experience. Actually, I was a bookkeeper.
Oh, really?
Yes, I got to deal with a lot of money.
Okay. Wow.
And it was actually a movie production company that actually is associated with a lot of big actors and actresses like Natalie Portman. They were my boss, the producer. His wife is one of the 19 partners at WME, one of the largest agencies, talent representation agencies in the world.
Okay.
So that agency actually represents Charlize Theron, Kate Beckinsale.
Really?
Yes. Name it. Natalie Portman and so on and so forth. So it was a great experience to be in that environment and to see how movies are being made. And I tell you, but we have no idea. I had no idea that there was so much hard work behind the scenes. Starting with having the right script and having the right team, and also the right, attaching the right producer and director to the project.
When you graduate your school there?
Oh no, I mostly do long distance training. Like for example, and I have private tutors. So that's been I've been homeschooling since I was 13 years old. So I've
homeschool?
Yes. Even being an artist, you can't really stay in one place for too long. And with my extremely busy schedule and travel schedule, it was a conflict to actually stay in one school.
Yeah, Namjoon, here I got the question in that you're growing in a world level stage, and will you back in Mongolia, or you totally decided to work there in Hollywood?
Well, my goal is, as a Mongolian citizen, as a citizen of the world, my goal is to reach as many people as I can.
Okay.
So my dream is to reach the largest audience possible. So, and that's the main reason why I'm residing in Hollywood, because that is where the place to be if you have that big of a goal. So for me, I do go back and forth. Like I do collaborate and work in Mongolia. For this year, for example, I was invited to host the 2013 FILA World Cup for female freestyle wrestling, and I did volunteer for my country. I did the sports casting for the event. There were 5.
Dear audiences, our talk show is reaching to you from the SBN TV studio, and this special program is dedicating for New Year holiday. Okay, Namjoon, so everybody is so excited and planning their next year's goals and purposes this year, and so how can you conclude the last year?
The last year, My last year, well, for me, I feel I'm very happy for all the, like, my mentality is, you know, I'm a glass half full kind of person. So I don't like to focus on the negatives of life. So yes, this year has been a challenging year, but I feel like I've grown a lot, and also, you know, continuing to write. I've written some really. I feel very happy with the songs that I've written this year, and I can't wait to share with the world this coming year. And I was very honored to also participate in the Phila World Cup and be the voice for my country.
Yeah, that's really great.
As the sportscaster, and it's been a continual breakthrough as a young artist, and yeah.
Okay.
Oh yes. I just almost forgot. I performed at the Cicada Club in Los Angeles. It's a prestigious club, actually. At the Cicada Club. Remember the movie The Artist, the French movie The Artist? It's in black and white, the movie that won an Oscar.
What was the name of that?
The Artist.
Okay.
It was with a French actor who won an
Yeah,
Oscar.
yeah, I heard about that.
Yes, so that movie, some certain parts of that movie was shot at the Cicada Club, and a lot of prominent jazz artists perform at the Cicada Club. So I was invited to perform at the Cicada Club by Phil Crosby Jr. He is the grandson of Bing Crosby, and Bing Crosby is he is famous for singing White Christmas, the standard.
Okay. Yeah.
So and his records sold over 500 million.
Oh my God,
Yeah.
really?
In the world. So he's
Okay.
sold over 500 million records in the world, and he's a legend. And so his grandson, I was performing at the House of Blues, and his grandson discovered me, you can say, and said, "Hey, you have a very beautiful jazz voice, and I would love to invite you to my show." So I was invited there to perform there. So it was great to meet industry veterans, jazz veterans, and and also I've started writing songs in the jazz genre as well with a legendary pianist. Today I already brought, we actually have deep fried shiitake mushrooms here.
Okay.
prepared.
No more champagne, and the fireworks are through. Here we are, me and you, feeling lost and feeling blue. It's the end.
Yeah, Namja, actually I'm really proud of you, and I think that you're the really great, skilled and very, you know, ambitious young representative of Mongolia. And I heard that also you participate in many kind of international campaigns and humanitarian activities, and tell me about that.
Well, yes, I've when it comes to promoting a vegan message, I've collaborated with People for the Ethical Treatment of Animals, PETA,
Okay.
and actually I'm also one of their sexiest vegetarian celebrities of Asia.
Okay, yeah.
And I did a couple of campaigns with them. Actually, one of the campaigns was with a baby sheep. So
Okay,
there's a
the
picture with a
lamb?
baby sheep. Yeah,
Yeah.
and also another campaign with a lettuce dress, a dress made out of complete lettuce.
Okay.
And that's the campaign that I did with. And other international projects, when it comes to music, I've been fortunate enough to be invited to perform on John Lennon's tribute album by EMI.
Oh, really?
Yes, they made an album called Peace, Love, and Truth. Yoko Ono was heading the project together with
really?
EMI.
Okay.
And I was one of the Asian artists who was invited to perform for the song called Give Peace a Chance.
Wow.
And I was
really
16 years old then.
So today I'm meeting with a singer, and so I should have to say that please sing with my viewers.
to see the world. There's such a lot of world to see. We're after the same rainbow said, waiting round the bend. My huckleberry friend, wider than a mile, I'm crossing you in style someday. Oh, dream maker, you heartbreaker, wherever you're going, I'm going your way. Two drifters off to see the world. There's such a lot of world to see. We're after the same rainbow said, waiting round the bend. My huckleberry friend, Moon River, and me.
Wow, really great. Okay, so now our microphone is opening to you to please greet to your family members and close friends and relatives.
Well, I just want to thank my father, my mom, and all my relatives and friends for their unconditional love and support, as well as the fans and the audience members who have supported me throughout the years for their words of encouragement. I always read your messages on Facebook, and they're very sweet, and they give me a lot of courage and a lot of inner strength to go on and be the best I can be. Thank you so much, and Happy New Year to all the viewers. And thank you so much for having me, Zaya.
Yeah, you're welcome. It was the Mongol's first English entertainment talk show named Inspired by Zaya, and I always really proud to my Mongolian young generation, and they are so competent, skilled, and very talented. And today we had a singer, Naminjing, and thanks for staying with us. Cheers for the new year and another chance for us to get it right with. See you next time, guys.